It's a beautiful day, legends. Machen, Mathews coming to you here. Growth in marketing. Today, we're going to discuss 5 Facebook tips, 5 tips for Facebook, whatever way you want to say it. We're getting better engagement on Facebook, better, more likes, more comments, more conversations, more connections. Let me show you how it all works. I'm not going to tell a whole bunch of stories today like I love to do. I'm going to stay really hyper-focused and give you tip 1. Post your own content. Facebook, the algorithm, Meta, the algorithm, whatever you want to call it, the way that it's built, if you post anything that isn't yours, it limits it. So let me clarify. They love original content, not the originality of the idea behind the content, but the actual original part of the post. So in other words, never, ever, 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 I'm going to say ever one more time, ever share anything on Facebook, unless it's my post. Never share anything on Facebook, even your own post, unless it's my post. Just never share anything, because Facebook will limit how many people see that post severely. And that same thing goes to posting your link to your profile on LinkedIn, or posting a link to your YouTube video. Facebook wants to keep people on Facebook. Instagram wants to keep people on Instagram. LinkedIn wants to keep people on LinkedIn, right? So any post that links to an article, a website, a video, any of that is going to get almost zero, big old zero on the reach. So post your own content. Now, tip 2. Post valuable content that your audience will actually appreciate. We all know we're told to post valuable content, but what does that mean? If your audience is a bunch of race car fanatics, don't make a super long, boring post about your new hen house that you're building, your grandmother's new flower garden, you went to the dentist today. Okay, nobody cares. Post content that speaks to your audience. What are they interested in? What does your audience agree with? What will benefit them? If they can learn something new from you every time you post, or nearly every single time you post, they'll engage with you more. They'll engage with your content more on each of your posts, that is. Every time you post, it's more likely they'll say something. And people will start to see you, these people that are viewing your content will begin to see you as an authority, as the expert. Okay, so that's 2, post valuable content that your audience really appreciates. And 3, we want to engage on other people's posts. We want to go give the love on other people's posts. Facebook will almost never, ever, 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 ever show your post. Well, let me say this in a way that makes sense. It's not dramatic. Facebook will pretty much, okay, here's how I can say it in one sentence. Facebook will never show your post to all of your friends. If you have 1,000 friends on Facebook and you make a post, never ever will 1,000 of those friends actually see that post. Well, never ever is kind of rude too, but the point is, it's going to show, who does it show? Right? Who does it show your post to? If you go post and you have 1,000 friends, who does it show? It shows to people whose content you've engaged with, right? So if you go give the love on Bob and Sally and Alice and Tom's and John's and Janice and all their posts, all your friends, these people you're connecting with, and then you go to post, it'll show them your post. That's why you may notice that you only have engagement with like 3% of your audience. If you have 1,000 friends, maybe 30 friends see your post. Now, if you go out and every day spend a few minutes engaging, let's say throughout the day, particularly right before you post, so maybe once in the morning if you're on post in the morning, or once in the evening if you're on post in the evening, or a couple times throughout the day, and then one time right before you post, you spend some time actually commenting on other people's posts. Right? They've created their video, they've created their live, they've created a quote post or what have you on their timeline. If you hit the like button, it does nothing. Does nothing to encourage them to view you, and vice versa when it comes to the algorithm. I hate that word. I don't even know if we're allowed to say it. I feel like every time I say that, my views go down. But here we go. The point is clicking on the other reactions, like clicking the thumbs up doesn't do anything. Clicking on the other reactions, like the big old love heart, will add some juice, some energy, right? You didn't take the lazy way out. There's automatic reactions, there's auto text. If you click those and click the like button, it does nothing for the algorithm. If you type 5 of your own words, not copy and paste, but type 5 of your own words and give it a love heart, it does make a difference. So that being said, we know that we're going to post and we're going to go engage in other people's posts in their comments. So on the flip side, let's say tip 4, have conversations in the comments. Since we've learned that just in these last few moments, right, that social media, that Facebook loves the interaction, the back and forth here, toss the ball, toss it back. When someone comments on your post and you reply to them and you try to start a conversation and you're able to create some back and forth with someone in the comments, Facebook sees that as an interesting post. I better show it to that person, that person's friends, my friends, right? And the person who you went back and forth with is more likely to see your next post. So earlier when I said you have 1,000 friends, they're never, ever going to see your post if you post. 1,000 friends, 100% of them are not going to. Here's how you go from like 3% to 10% to beyond that. I've had posts where 30, almost 40% of my entire connected base interacted with that post, gave it some love or commented. In order to do that, this is how we do it. You have conversations in the comments, because when you have the conversations in the comments, the person that you're having the conversation with is much more likely to see your future post. And to wrap it up, that final 5th point, have conversations in Messenger. So we start out with conversations in the comments. It's a picture. You love travel. Maybe you're a travel agent. Maybe you're in travel insurance. Maybe you sell carpet cleaner for RVs, right? Like you're related to this industry, whatever your industry is, and you're going to make a post, and that post is asking for comments. Essentially, you're going to say, what type of vacation better suits you? A long vacation with friends or a short one? And now people start commenting, or what was your favorite vacation in the past decade? Or what was the favorite vacation you had with your parents, right? And so now people are commenting. When they comment, my favorite vacation, I went to Albuquerque. I don't know if that's your favorite vacation, you probably haven't traveled much, but let's say you go to Albuquerque, and now we reply, oh, what's Albuquerque like this time of year? Now they reply, oh, it was crazy hot. Oh, awesome. I heard about bottomless lakes. Have you ever been to bottomless lakes? No, I haven't. And now you message them. Hey, I loved you commenting about your trip to Albuquerque. How many times a year do you travel? Right now you're starting to have a conversation in Messenger. Go from the comments and get out of the comments over into Messenger after you've started the conversation. Because if you've never talked to your friends in Facebook, if you've never talked to one of your friends, like y'all are friends on Facebook, but you've never had a conversation with them in Messenger, Facebook does not see you guys as buddies. It sees you as possibly acquaintances that happen to add each other. And so you won't see their post, they won't see your post. I'll say it this way, you're much less, that person, whoever you connect you with, your friends, are much less likely to see your post in the comments. Will be less likely to see your content unless you've had some comments and some conversations. So try to connect with as many friends as possible on Facebook through Messenger, and Facebook will show your post to them. Facebook will begin to see you as friends. All right, that's it. I wanted to keep it super tight for you guys. I hope these 5 tips are very valuable for you. If you did get some value out of this, I beg of you to screenshot wherever you're watching this. If you're on Facebook, if you're on Apple Podcasts, wherever you're finding this, screenshot it, go over to whatever your favorite social media is and load that screenshot in your stories. Tag me in the post and I will give you a shout out on the podcast, and I'll go ahead and have a conversation with you right there, just like we're talking about. So lots of love, guys. I hope this is super valuable. If you got lots of value out of this, feel free to invite someone to listen to the podcast, invite a friend, share it with a friend. That's huge. The screenshot to your stories will get us having conversations together, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. That being said, see you guys at the top or to the left of decimal for all of our crypto lovers out there.